everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sandra. This is my series Review My Stash, and we're talking about foundations today. So now I realized as I pulled out all of my foundations, I've actually got more foundations than I do contours, which is crazy. And it's because I like to experiment. So I do videos on YouTube where I do my makeup once a week. I do other makeup that I don't always film. So I go through a lot of products, and I do like to experiment because I have a YouTube channel. So your normal person is not going to be getting this much foundation unless you also want to experiment. I mean, most people wouldn't go to this extreme. And also, just so you know, foundation expires really quickly. Like the bottom of your foundation, you're going to have a little, a little sign. I don't know if you can see this, but there's like a little, looks like a little cap, which is open off of a container, and it will tell you this one says 6 months. So the day that you open your foundation, that is when it starts to expire. So you've got about 6 months. Like this one's too small for me to read it. I'm trying to find one where I can actually like see, but I'm pretty sure it's 6 months. Okay, so for example, this one is 12 months, and this is like a powder face duo. So that one's 12 months. So you really have to like see. I think it's different for every product, but they say 6 months. So 6 months for somebody who normally, like if you buy a foundation and you normally use it, you're going to go through it a lot quicker than 6 months. If you buy a foundation and you do your makeup once a month, well, yeah, you're not going to go through it very often. So here, what I'm here to do is kind of showcase all the foundations that I have. Now, foundation can sometimes be a hit or miss. You can go to Sephora or some makeup store, and you can actually get somebody to swatch the color of makeup that is best for your skin tone. So the best way to figure it out is, first of all, to know whether you're warm or cool or neutral. So warm, you'll have like more olive toned skin, and cool, you'll have more pink toned, like blue pink toned skin, and then neutral, you can kind of get away with both. So if you have, for example, if you've got purple veins, you're cool toned. If you've got green veins, you are warm toned. But if you have a mixture of both, like I do, that means you're more neutral. So I really experiment, and I kind of pick different shades based on, like I used to think that I was like this medium olive tone. My skin tone is like olive neutral, but I'm also lighter in winter. So a big thing about foundation is it depends if you spend time out in the sun. If you tan, you might be in the tanning beds. You might do spray tan on your body, and you want your face to match. So a lot of picking out a foundation really does depend on what you do with your skin and like the color of your skin, what tanning, self-tanning, spray tan, whatever it is. So part of me, like I watched this ballerina called Life of Lori. She's on Instagram and she's on YouTube. She's my favorite like YouTube channel to watch. I just adore it. I love watching ballerina stuff. And I'm kind of envious because she does not go in the sun. So as a ballerina, you can't really do that. And she's got really light pale skin, and she has picked out this foundation that just matches her skin so beautifully. And so part of me is kind of jealous of that. It's like, okay, you pick out one foundation, you know that you're going to be able to use that all the time, and that's the one you pick forever and ever. And you can get like a similar color in a different brand if you want, but you know what your tone is. For a lot of us, that's not always true. And so for me, if I pick out a wrong shade, what I do generally, and like, again, this is if you can afford it. You know how like if you do tan or if you spray tan or whatever, there's sometimes that your skin will change color. So if you stop tanning, your skin gets lighter. So for me, I don't purposely go out and tan. I don't go to a tanning salon or anything. But I will tan in summer naturally because I'm outside. Even if I put sunscreen on, my skin turns darker really quickly. So I usually have, and mind you, like again, I'm different. I have a YouTube channel, so this is going to look different. But my advice to you, if that's also you, I would carry 3 different foundations. Like if it's one brand name, that's fine, doesn't matter. But 3 different colors. So the first one being dark, your darkest shade, the darkest you are at like the height of summer, and then the lightest color that you would be at the height of winter, and then a medium tone. Or you just simply take those 2 shades and you can mix them, and then that way you don't have to have tons of different products. So that part is up to you. And then I do advise actually, like if you don't mind getting a little, getting a little messy and mixing them is usually your best bet, because you can add more dark color depending if you're coming out of summer or more light color if you're coming out of winter. So just keep that in mind. And then also some foundation. So again, this is like a hit or miss, and it's great when you go to places like Sephora, because if you've lightly used an item, you can return it or exchange it. Obviously it doesn't work if you've like used all of the item, or if you like return your products every single time. It doesn't work, and I would not recommend that, because they will stop giving you any refunds and they'll just give you in-store credit. So just be careful with that. But if it's like one product and you're like, okay, this is just isn't working for me, go back and exchange it and keep trying. And it does help to get the advice of beauty advisors there, and they will test match. So usually when you match a foundation to your skin, you test your jawline, and that's the color that you want it to be. But I mean, like I was talking about before, depending on seasonal, it depends. And then also it depends on lighting. So I know there's like a whole bunch of tricks that you're just like, what? Like, what do I have to do here to get the proper foundation? So depends on lighting. And if you're a natural light, I think natural light is the best judge. So if you're looking at natural light, if you're under the store lights in Sephora, you're not going to know. Under my bright lights here at my desk, it doesn't always show an accurate picture, and my mirror in my bathroom definitely doesn't show accuracy. So just kind of keep trying, play around, and see if you're allowed to exchange your product if the color doesn't suit you. Okay, so, and also, okay, another addendum to this is that sometimes foundation, depending on the brand, and again, this is only going to, you're only going to know this by using the product. Sometimes what they do is oxidate. So once they dry down, they'll actually appear darker. So my biggest piece of advice there is read the reviews. Okay. Also stick to foundations. Like if you have really nice skin and you don't have like sunspots or lots of acne that you want to cover up, stick with a lighter foundation. So whether it's a CC cream or a BB cream, or even just like a light coverage foundation. I personally like medium coverage, where you can build up the color. That's like my favorite coverage. So that's what I get. It just depends on what you prefer. After saying all of that, let's get into my foundations. So let's go back. Oh, how far should we go back? I don't even know. This is probably my oldest foundation. And now I know that this foundation is probably toast. This is like my darkest foundation, you guys. Oh, and also before you put foundation on, make sure you shake them, please. Please shake them. So this is my darkest foundation. It's my Nars foundation. I got this forever ago. It was for summer. It is the shade Vanatu, and it is a Nars light reflecting foundation. This is normally a great foundation, but for me, this is a no. Like, I cannot get away with this shade even in summer. It just isn't great. It even tells you to shake well in the bottle. So I think this one has been leaking. I think it's just toast. It's way too dark, and I've had it forever. This is definitely older, 6 months. So you guys have caught me at the pinnacle of where I usually get rid of my foundations. So I'll throw ones out. I'll give them away if they're still good. But another thing to do too is like write the date on here with a Sharpie of when you opened it, and then you'll be able to know. So yeah, this is the Nars Light Reflecting Foundation. The product, from what I remember of it, I actually didn't use it that often because it was such a dark shade, and I never exchanged it because I thought, oh, it'll be perfect in summer. But you can tell, like, I'm wearing a darker foundation right now, and this is way darker and way more yellow toned. So this is not my skin tone. But yeah, so this one is one of my first ones. Not my first one, but it's one that I purchased a while ago. So this one's going in the garbage, actually. Okay, another one that's actually quite old that I might have to toast, which makes me sad, is my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I don't even remember buying this one, actually. And this is going to be so sad because there's probably going to be a few like this. But I will, like, explain to you guys, like, which ones I have really loved and which ones, like, I can't stop using. So yeah, I haven't used this in a while, so this might be one that I have to try out and get back to. Again, it's a little bit older, so if you are sensitive to product, an older product will cause acne. It can cause rashes. It can cause skin conditions, so just please be careful. This one is a little bit more my skin tone. The bottle is also frosted, and I think this is one that does oxidize, if I'm not mistaken, but it says Airbrush Flawless Foundation stays all day and night, and it is a a 7.5 neutral. So this is Charlotte Tilbury. This one is actually pretty good. I really like the Airbrush Flawless line though. It's like one of my favorite lines. Okay, so another product here, we have got, this one's probably toast too. In summer, this is like my favorite color of foundation to use. It's the Tarte Foundcealer. Now, I haven't used this in quite a long time, but I remember using this for like a year straight. I think I used it for 2 summers straight. And it's the, oh, actually, this is a different product. I think I actually got this one from Ulta. It's the face tape. But this one, you can find this one at Sephora. At least they used to. I'm not sure if they still have it. But I loved it because the packaging, it's just so pretty. It's so summery. Foundcealer was really nice. It's almost, it says it's a multitasking foundation. I have the shade 35G medium golden. The nice thing about Tarte is that you can get different products, but all of the shades will be the same. So when we talk about my concealer video, you can match your concealer to the foundation that you have, which is just amazing. So remember, keep that in mind. If you stick to one product line, you can keep it within the same family. So anyway, so this is my Tarte Foundcealer. I actually really, really adore this one, and I would recommend this to anybody. It's a really good foundation. But the next one is the Tarte High Performance Naturals Face Tape Foundation. Again, 35G medium golden. I really like this one too, but it is a little bit more fuller coverage. Foundcealer I find is more of a summer one. This one's more of a winter one. But I don't know why I got it in the same shade. This one's not even open, so this should still be good. Okay. So then I have my Kosas foundations. Now, I really used to like these, and I don't know why I stopped using them. It doesn't even show the shade name there. Hold on, it's on the back. So I've got a lighter one, and I've got a darker one. This one is Olive 210, light medium with subtle olive undertones, which is completely my shade. This one is medium 260, tan neutral olive. Medium tan with neutral olive undertone. So you can see what I did here. This is my winter foundation and this is my summer foundation. Although this is still like light if I was actually going in, but the trick is I use bronzer to make it darker. So these are also really good foundations. I love Kosas, probably one of my favorite brands across all of the brands in makeup, period. Kosas has got probably have more Kosas products across different lines of type of makeup than any other product, except for maybe Jeffree Star. But, you know, that's a different breed all to its own. But definitely Kosas is a really good foundation. Okay, so then I also have Makeup by Mario. So this is the Surrealskin foundation in the shade 4C. This one I actually got too light for my skin tone. And then I didn't return it or exchange it in time. So this one's really super light. You can see here, this might be one that I have to give away because it's actually a newer foundation, definitely under 6 months. This is also a good foundation. It got really good reviews. And that's the thing that you're going to find is that even if a product has really super good reviews, it might not work out for you, and that's okay. But my advice is when you find a good foundation to stick with it, and then kind of like my my YSL, this one is a Touche Eclait Le Teint foundation. They no longer sell this one. So once this one's gone, that's it for me. And I love this color. It's like my favorite color and just matches my skin tone perfectly right now. Again, it's a different color palette that I have on right now, but this one's so pretty. The shade is BD40. Yeah, I love it so much, and I'm so sad. But anyway, so I can't really, there's no point in me showing that one because you can't actually buy it anymore. Another one here is my Patrick Ta for Face. So this is the Cream Foundation and Finishing Powder Duo in the shade Light 3. I did showcase this in my powder video because it has a powder as well. So here is the foundation. It has this little clicky lid. So all of Patrick Ta's cream products will have like a little lid covering them, even with eyeshadows. There's the foundation, which I've used quite a bit of, and then the powder. And when I'm looking for a lighter palette on my face, this is usually the one that I reach for. Got this e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. So this one was supposed to be a dupe for, is it called It Cosmetics? Which is also like a higher end brand. You can get from Sephora, I believe. It's color correcting, full coverage, natural finish foundation with SPF 30. And this color is a little dark. I think it might work now on me. I don't know. I'd have to try it. But I finished another one. Another tube. There's actually not a lot of product in here. Usually if you have 1 full ounce, Oh no, it says 1.05 ounces. So foundation usually comes in 1 full ounce. So this is 30 mils, 1.01. Yeah. So anyway, I guess it's the same amount of product. It just doesn't feel like it because it's like plastic. You know, it's drugstore plastic packaging. It just doesn't feel like there's that much in here. Glass bottles just seems much more elegant to me and worth the money. But then that's when you pay more. So this one was really nice. It is, I think when I used the lighter color, I went through it really quickly because I just kept using it. And it was like the first full foundation that I've probably ever finished. So I actually really like this one. The It Cosmetics, I haven't actually tried the brand name product. Another thing that I do personally is I watch a lot of makeup YouTubers. So one of my favorites is Angela Bright. I also like Ellie Gleans. Ellie Gleans has videos on her channel where she'll talk about an entire line of makeup. So she'll talk about like the 100 or 50 best foundations or 50 best concealers. She does have quite a few videos on her channel. So be sure to check her out. I'll link her down below or on the description. And you can get an idea of what products are really, really good. And she has got a great taste. She does have her own makeup line now, and she is promoting that a little bit. So that's the thing is I find once YouTubers start their own line, they talk about more about their products instead of like other brands. So I do like it when YouTubers talk about other brands because then you can just kind of pick and choose what you want. But anyway, I do like this one. So I prefer this one over this one. I don't even remember why I got this. This is the Revlon Colorstay 24-hour long-wear makeup, and it's for normal to dry skin. And this shade is 150 Buff. But you can tell it says 150 Buff, but it is so light. Like I said, I don't know why I bought this, but what I'll do is end up mixing this with a darker foundation. So I'm trying to think of an example here. Even the one that I have on my skin right now, I probably could have mixed it, or this one is by House Labs. You could tell like there's quite a difference there. So I would probably mix those two. But anyway, this one, yeah, I don't remember. So I have this one here. It is my Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. The shade is 300C, and this one is probably a darker foundation too. This one is good. I find Anastasia products are a little bit heavier. Like I'll talk about another one that is, wait, I talked about another one. Yeah. So this one is the Luminous Foundation. I prefer luminous foundations over matte. But I don't really remember if I loved this foundation or not. And in saying that, that probably means I didn't. So maybe what we'll do next time is we'll try this foundation just to see if I liked it. Another Anastasia Beverly Hills foundation that was probably my newest one. This is the Impeccable Blurring Second Skin Matte Foundation in the shade 3N. This is the one I'm wearing today. So in the bottle, it doesn't look that dark, but on my skin, compared to my neck, it is quite a bit darker. This is lightened up using concealer. So either it is a darker foundation or it did oxidize a bit as well. So, and I haven't been using powder simply because powder just dries out my skin too much. I've just been using setting spray. But this one is a really nice coverage. You just have to make sure that if you do have like expression lines, which I have, obviously, this will cake into those if you use too much product. But I really think that goes for any foundation. The only one that I have absolutely loved is my YSL one that doesn't do that. So there's that. Here is my Dior foundation. This is the only Dior foundation that I own, but I do have the Star Glow filter as well to kind of like mix into it. It's kind of like the Hollywood Flawless filter by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade 2N, and this is really nice as well. But again, I think I got the shade a little bit light for my skin. I might have to reuse this one next time as well. One of the next makeup looks I do to see how light it actually is and how much I like it. We should start talking about these foundations more. Another one that I know for sure is too light for my skin. I bought it at the same time as the Makeup by Mario. I think this was in spring actually. This is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydraglow. This is a really, really good product. So if you guys are looking for a good foundation, Makeup Forever HD Skin Hydraglow is the way to go. This is 1Y00. Very, very light, but I really do like it. I really need to keep these cleaner. I really like this one, but it is way too late for me right now. So again, it's okay for me to mix them, but if I do a review or like show you how something oxidizes or holds up throughout the day, that won't work because if I mix it, it changes the chemistry of the makeup. Okay, so now I've got these two. These are actually by KVD. So I don't know if you guys heard, but it was Kat Von D had a makeup line. I don't know what happened. And then they went and rebranded. And I don't know if she's still in the owner of it or if the CEOs took over. I don't know what happened there. I just heard something changed. But now they've rebranded to KVD. And this is the Good Apple Skin Perfecting Foundation Balm. This product, I loved it. Okay, you guys, I loved it so much. Both of these have hit pan. This one is a very slight hit pan. This one is medium 036 and this one's medium 051. This is the first one I got and I feel like it's a bit darker than this one. This one's a little bit lighter and these last for 12 months as well. It says they're vegan. I'm like, okay, I'm not sure if vegan matters if you're not eating it, but okay, some people might care about that. But anything that's a balm, I just really love it because I feel like it soaks into the skin a little bit better, almost like a moisturizer. And this one is a really good foundation. It is still a cream foundation. It's not like a liquid cream. It doesn't dry down to a powder. I just really do like it. Okay, so now this is something new. I ordered this from the Laura Gellar website because I was so excited to try it out. It is a baked powder foundation and it's called Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation in the shade Light, made in Italy. You have to order it from the Laura Gellar website, and this is what it looks like. So I've used it quite a bit. I used it I was obsessed with it for probably 6 to 7 weeks, almost 2 months. And I just kept using it on every makeup look. It's very, very light coverage. So if all you want is a little bit of boost and a little bit of radiance to your look, this is such a good product. You cannot tell that you are wearing foundation. You put it on with a flat top kabuki brush, just rub it in the product and put it on your face in swirly motions. And it looks like no makeup. But yet when you take a makeup wipe and you take it off, there's tons of product on your wipe. But it feels really good on the skin. And then it does kind of give a little slight coverage, but I feel like it's more reflective. And so it's kind of like shining away what your skin, any imperfections in your skin. But I do feel like because it's got a little bit of that highlightery essence, if you have large pores, it might not work out that way. But I actually really like this. I just think there's a time and a place for it. Personally, it's not like my go-to right now, but I actually really do enjoy that product. Okay, so now we're getting down to the last two. These are the last two. So I've got two shades by House Labs. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This one, let's see what they say here. This one is the shade 260 Light Medium Cool, and this is the shade 190 Light Cool. I consider myself at first, before I started doing makeup, I used to think that I was a warm toned person because I had olive toned skin. So I'm like, oh, that makes me warm. But then I saw my veins. Okay, I'm definitely neutral. But these are cool toned and they look so good on my skin. This one is my summer foundation. This one is my winter foundation. And I'm probably going to use this again soon. I really enjoy this one. This is a perfect color for me right now. And I don't know why I haven't been using it more often. But I'm going to. I will use it soon. Okay, so that is it for my foundations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I covered a lot of different ones, but if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I know that it can get confusing. I feel like foundations aren't easy to pick a good one. And I feel like it can be really difficult. So make sure, if you're buying something online, make sure that you're able to exchange it or return it, whether in store or online, and just test it in all kinds of light, just to make sure that it is not too dark. So I feel like if it's too dark, you can't get away with it. But if it's too light for your skin, if it matches your neck or is a little bit lighter than your neck, I feel like it's okay. But if it's too dark, it just doesn't look good. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. If you're new, please subscribe. Click on the bell button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I